Okay. Number 11, general items. 2018 Assistance to Firefighters Grants Program Replacement of Mobile and Base Station Radios. Welcome, Bill Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Harris, members of the council. Every year, FEMA runs a grant program called the Assistance to Firefighters Grant, in addition to the SAFER Grant and also the Fire Prevention and Safety Grant. Yuba City Fire submitted an application for funding to replace all of the department's mobile and base station radios, and we were awarded a total of the grant was $173,617. Under this grant, it's a split between 90% federal money and 10% local. So the federal government is going to be picking up $157,833.63, and our local match is $15,783.37. We're very fortunate that in the past, we've been able to secure grant funds through this program. It's allowed us to purchase a lot of needed mission-critical equipment at 10 cents on the dollar, and which really helps not only the department, but it takes the burden off of the general fund by shifting over to the grants. The action we are requesting tonight is to adopt a resolution accepting an award of the 2018 Assistance to Firefighters Grant in the amount of $173,617, approve a revenue adjustment to the fire department budget in the amount of $157,833.63, and authorize a budget transfer of $15,783.37 from account it's a general fund contingency fund account over to the fire department account. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have about the grant.
Question?
Well, first, I just want to personally acknowledge Mr. William Fuller for the millions of dollars that he has secured for the city through grant programs over the years. And here is another example of that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Secondly, what happens to the old radios? Is there a market for those? Are they training radios now, or is there any?
We may, as with some of our other equipment, we may be able to put this out on like eBay or either donate it to other smaller departments. Unlike a lot of the personal protective equipment that has, by national standard, have a certain life that once they hit that life, nobody in the United States can use. With some of this equipment, we may be able to donate it or sell it to some of the smaller agencies. The national federal government has gone to try to standardize radios. They call it P25 compliant. And these particular radios are not P25 compliant, so that may have some consideration on what we can or can't do with them. We'll be following up with that. But I think there's like 50 some radios that we're dealing with on this.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Would anybody from the public care to comment on this? Nothing? Okay.
Through the mayor?
Yep.
I move that we adopt a resolution accepting an award for the 2018 Assistance to Firefighters
Have
Grant.
comment?
He
Oh.
asked for it.
I just
Yes,
asked for
yes.
it.
So, I'll hold on.
We'll back up. Could have swore I asked for it.
He did.
You did.
All right.
I'm Elaine Miles, and several years ago, the issue came up that Yuba City and Sutter County cannot communicate. I want to know if that has been corrected, because when you're police, everybody's got to be able to communicate if there's a real issue. So that's my question, please.
Over the past probably 10 years with the Sutter Buttes Gateway project up on the top of the buttes, we're able to basically allow everybody to talk to each other regardless of what bands we're on. We're all going ahead and working with some of these radios we'll be buying. They're dual head radios where we can talk on police, fire, can talk across all channels. There's also the Sutter County Sheriff's Department has a mobile dispatching or radio communications van that they can use in an incident for the same purpose, to have multiple, communicate on a multiple level. One of the things in the application that we did talk about was the crash of the U2 out in the Sutter Buttes as a point to talk about the problem we were having of these radios. We have a limited number of channels that you can have on it. And in that particular crash that occurred out at the Buttes, you had so many different agencies, they couldn't talk to each other. We couldn't talk to a lot of them. So these radios have multiple additional channels that you can add to it, and has that ability to talk on different levels. So that's a key piece of this process. The next grant we're going after with this in a few months will be to try to replace all of our portable radios. For the same reason, we're having limitations. They're not P25 compliant, and this will help all of us in this region. We're going to try to do a regional grant, so all the fire departments can be on one type of radio.
So the short answer is yes, Elaine. Yes, they can all communicate.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We need to do that.
Yes.
Anybody else? All right, go for it.
All right, back through the mayor. Mr. Mayor, I move to adopt a resolution accepting an award of the 2018 Assistance to Firefighters Grant of $173,617, approve revenue adjustments to the fire department budget in the amount of $157,833.63, and authorize a budget transfer of $15,783.37 from account 4215-650602 General Fund Contingency Fund to Fire Department account 2329-69201.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. All right, thank you, Bill.